Hey, it's Jody. The time has come again for a change of environment, a change in temperature, and a change in everyday routines. I took a flight on Sunday from New York, and I was fully expecting to be waiting to check in a long line at the airport. But when I got there, the board said it would take 1 minute. It literally took 1 minute. An ICE agent did check my ID and sent me on my way. I don't think I've fully processed that yet. The flight was incredibly bad. I got a headache as soon as we took off. I guess being in the back seat adds a lot more pressure to the body. At least I had the entire row to myself where I could fully stretch out. But I felt woozy. I usually love takeoffs. Why? Well, it means I'm going somewhere new, even if I've been there before. I can't stay in one place for too long, so I always welcome a change of scenery. Rain, rain, you can stay. You can certainly come back another day. I really enjoy listening to you fall from the sky, watering everything in your path. It seems like every time I come outside, it's about to rain or it's raining. It actually just started. So I did finish my run, but I'm gonna have to run back. Oh my goodness. At least it feels really, really, really good. Okay, run it down. Today's a good day. I don't know. Well, I know why. Because it started with me journaling and I went for a run. I went for a run. Again, I did one yesterday, as you clearly saw when the rain caught me. But normally, when I'm starting to run again, I don't run back to back because I need to give my muscles time to heal and my thighs are sore and everything. But I just had the feeling to just go run this morning. So I was like, yeah, I'll run. I'll run. And it's funny because I was fully prepared to just go for a walk. And normally that means to the sports bras that I do have. I'll tell you first before I really what I've been doing with them. So when I'm running, I should not feel anything jumping. So if the sports bra is not high impact and they claim it to be high impact, and I realize it's not high impact, those are for walking days. And then the ones that are actually for high impact, those are for running days. So what I realize is when I go out and I say, all right, I'm going to go for a walk, and then I actually get outside and realize, I actually want to run instead. If I have on the low impact sports bra, I can't run. And even if I'm like, okay, it won't bother me as much, and I'm like, okay, let's start right. Nope, doesn't work. Does not work. So, what I've been doing is I have eliminated all the low impact sports bras that I have because they don't make any sense. What if I go outside and say, all right, I'm going to walk, and then I get out there and I'm like, ooh, I actually do need to run. It has happened multiple times for me to be like, I didn't put on the right bra. I was like, no. So all I have now is high impact bras. Huge, huge, huge difference. So that's what I did this morning because I fully committed to just walking this morning because I'm like, my thighs are sore and I don't necessarily want to put more pressure on them. And I got outside, I'm like, yeah, I'm running. So if I didn't have on my high impact sports bra, which now that's literally the only things that I do have. It was a good run. It was really a good run. I normally do like a run walk situation with just intervals. But yesterday I ran straight. Today I ran straight. It's always funny and crazy to me how on the days when I feel like, okay, I'm just going to drag through this, I'm going to take my time, I'm just going to go slow and everything. And then I check Strava afterwards. It's like, oh yeah, you did a great pace. You beat your time from yesterday. And I'm like, what? But I ran slower. What do you mean? Yeah, it turns out I didn't run slower. I actually picked up the pace. And yesterday it was almost a mile. It was like 1.97 miles. And today I passed a mile. I passed 2 miles. So it was amazing. And I feel great. I really feel great. I've been making these smoothies in the morning ever since I finished the fast and decided, all right, I'm going to change a lot of what I'm going to eat. And what I've done is incorporated a lot more beans. So if you're not used to beans, you're going to have to build your stomach up to really tolerate it. And people are like, even if it's just a tablespoon a day, do that for like a week and then increase it. And then you get your gut microbes to get used to so much fiber and yeah, all of that. The technical stuff. But I always love beans. I always love lentils. I always love chickpeas and all of that. So I've been incorporating that a lot more. And I found out that you could put beans in smoothies. Not like a fruit smoothie, even though I've actually seen that. And I'm like, I don't think I want to try that. But I like creamy, milky smoothies. So what I've been doing is I've added silken tofu and black beans or chickpeas. I use black beans if I'm making something more chocolatey. And what I found out, because I've been watching all of these food videos and everything, I found out that carob, is a good replacement for chocolate because it doesn't have all the stimulants that chocolate has, and it's better for you. Now, I have tried carob, the lightly roasted one, and I guess the one that's deeply roasted. I forgot the name of it. I'll look it up when I get back. But I realized that the deeply roasted one has a very burnt flavor. And it reminds me of a time when I tried coffee for one of the first times. It just tastes like burnt water to me. I'm just like, why do people drink this? This is not good. I guess it's the roast that really makes the difference. So the lightly roasted one doesn't really taste like chocolate. The chocolate flavor is there just a tiny bit, but it has another flavor. And then the darkly roasted one, if that's what it is more, it tastes more burnt. So I don't know which one I like yet. I think maybe I'll mix both to see how the flavors meld together. But that's another experiment for another time. And that's that's something I love doing. I love experimenting with putting different things together, whether that's food, whether that's clothes, whether that's creativity. Just get, experiment. Be weird. Do all the crazy stuff that pops in your mind that won't really pop in somebody else's mind because their brain is not connecting the same things as yours. And that's what makes all of us beautiful and different and just amazing. You know? I absolutely love being weird. I love being the only one going left when everyone else is going right. Because why not? And it's funny because, well, not really funny, but I don't know why I always say that. It's funny. We're like, am I gonna laugh? Like, no, it's not that kind of funny, but it's kind of sarcastically funny. I think I just figured out why. Okay. Yeah, one time when I visited Jamaica, which is where I'm from, born and actually raised there until I was 14, and then I migrated to America. Yeah. When I went back after maybe 10 plus years, I'm thinking, well, I have the same accent. Turns out I really don't. I don't really look any different. Yeah, I stick out like a sore thumb. And no one will really tell if I don't live in Jamaica anymore or if I'm one of the uptown girls. Yeah, um, I grew up uptown, but where I was in Jamaica was Ocho Rios, and I decided to walk to the square. And it was a nice walk and everything, but oh my God. When I got to the square, it's like everyone just turned around and just looked at me like, I'm like, you know, if I got flustered with people staring at me, I would have felt like I wanted to disappear inside my skin. But thankfully, I don't get that. I I feel like if there's anything that I've gotten used to over the years is people just staring at me. And half the time I don't know why, but it's just something that happens. I remember I was in Philippines once where I was out with one of my friends, and she was like, "Oh my God, everyone keeps staring at us. Why do they keep staring?" I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Do you not notice everybody's staring at us?" I'm like, "No, I've gotten pretty used to people staring at me for just being strange, I guess. I don't know. So no, I've learned to really ignore that." So in Jamaica, while I literally just go to the town just to do regular stuff, yeah, it was like, no, you don't belong here. That's what the stairs were saying. Like, oh, you're not from here, are you? Mm-mm. I'm like, it's so weird. I know I felt it because I'm like, okay, yeah, damn it, I can't hide.
I don't blend it. I've never blended in my entire life, which is great. And I love it. I love every part of it. And I hope that never changes. And knowing me, it's never going to change. The sky is getting hot, and I'm sitting inside a strip mall. Yeah, I'm not really getting anything here. But I just wanted to chat because today feels so much better. And I feel like I'm mentally a lot better. And I'm in the sun as well. So that helps. And that helps a lot. Now there's music coming from outside because people don't know how to play their music low. But whatever. If I was inside my home, my Bose would have been blaring anyways, which is what I always do. So I like when people are just being people and being themselves. Yeah. If I don't talk to you for the rest of the day, because I am planning on. No, I don't have any plans. I really don't. But if I don't talk to you for the rest of the day, I'm outside enjoying the environment without all the rain because it rained literally every single day. And every time I feel like, yes, I'm gonna be. Okay, 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 okay. But it is Florida. And as soon as it pours, the clouds move on and then you're like, oh, it's bright and sunny again. It doesn't actually stay all day. But lately, it's felt like someone is above the clouds, has like 10 buckets of water, and they just pour and pour and pour. And then when it stops and like the blue skies come out and everything, that's when they go and refill the buckets to come back. That's how it's feeling. That's literally how it felt because the rain was so much. April showers bring May flowers. I've been saying that a lot. It's, I guess, one of those jingles that we learned as kids because it rains all the time in April. But then in May, all the flowers are just like, hello, how are you doing? I'm here to make you feel better. And if you're in New York, make you sneeze. Or any other major cities that have more male trees than female. Yeah. If you feel the sniffles, please get bee pollen and drink it before you go outside. It will help. I promise you. Anyways, if I don't speak to you for the rest of the day, I will talk to you next time. Bye! I left my shades inside.